Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name's Laura, and today we've jumped in on a bit of a random video. If you don't know me, I am pregnant and I'm carrying my first child. I do know the gender now. I don't know if you guys don't follow me on my social. I am having a little boy. Let me get a photo of him for you so I can show you. Here he is. Here he is there. Yeah, so I found out that I am having a little boy. I think it was about 2 weeks ago I found out. And yeah, so today's video is all about my pregnancy, questions that you guys asked me, and yeah, I'm going to share my experience with you. I do have my laptop here because all my notes are normally on my phone, and my phone is what I film with. So I've got my laptop next to me, so if you see me looking over, it's just to refer to my notes and the questions you guys asked, because I wrote them all down. So let's go. Okay, so the first question I got asked was, what were my symptoms before I tested? Okay, so to be fair, I didn't have like a lot of symptoms in the start that really made me go, ooh, could I be pregnant? The only thing I kind of noticed was I was sick, like really badly sick, this one evening, and I wasn't sure if it was something I ate, but it was really bad sickness, and even my mother questioned if I was pregnant. She was like, are you pregnant? And I was like, no. I was like, I'm just feeling a bit unwell, because I was feeling a little bit under the weather. But before I tested, that was about a week, that was exactly a week before I tested, and my period wasn't, like, I've never had a period where it's been literally on time all the way through or anything like that. I've kind of know when it's gonna come, and then it comes, and then it might be different the following month. I've never got an exact date of when my period comes. This is just due to me being on numerous pills. Yeah, I was mainly on a pill to kind of just control my periods because I'm just unlucky, and I'm one of those women that have a bit of a heavier period compared to most. But yeah, I'd say my symptoms were I had a lot of nausea and feeling sick all the time. I was extremely tired, like a lot. And my instinct was like, is it my iron levels? Because I am anemic, so I was like, has my iron dropped a little bit? I lost my appetite for quite a bit as well. I just didn't really fancy anything. And they were kind of like the main ones, really, like just feeling a little bit under the weather. And then following on to the next question, how I found out. So I kind of said to Mike, I was like, I don't feel myself, because at this point, it was like a week after the experience I'd had being really, really sick. It was exactly a week after, and I was like, I don't feel myself, I feel a little bit different. I think I should take a test. And if you didn't know, this baby was planned, so I did have a pregnancy test in the house for me to take anyway. So it was kind of just one of those things. I was like, I'll go and test. Was definitely expecting it to be negative. I was like, it's going to be negative. My period's due around this time. So I went into the bathroom in my in-laws, and Mike wasn't even in the bathroom when, I took it. I know they tell you to wait like 3 minutes before looking, but I just couldn't. I literally had it like, say this with it, I had it literally this way, and I could see it. I was sitting there, and I seen the first line come, and I was like, that's never happened before. So I kind of like, was a bit like, Mike! And I called Mike in, and he knew instantly. So that's kind of like how I found out. I just started crying. I was like, I'm pregnant. We were just so happy. We were a bit in disbelief because it was only one test I had. It was the last test I had left. So I was like, right, I want to go out and get another one just to be on the safe side. So we went out and we went and got a clear blue test that then I took, and it said pregnant. And I think it was 2 to 3 weeks it said on it, but it's normally more than that. Because looking back at it now, I was probably around 4 or 5 weeks when I found out. So yeah. Leading the next question one of you guys asked was, what was Mike's reaction? Obviously he was over the moon. He was really like nervous, so because he was like, is the test like legit? That's why he kind of wanted to go out and get another one as well. So once I took the other one and he seen that it was legit, he was just over the moon. He's like so excited to be a dad, and it's like the best thing ever. I'm really excited as well. But yeah, his reaction was amazing. Next one. How did everyone else react to the pregnancy? It was really, like, I think everyone was a bit like surprised, but all of our family's reactions were absolutely amazing, and we couldn't have asked for like anything better than what we had. My sister absolutely sobbed, like she literally cried so much, and it was really cute. But yeah, everyone's reactions have been like absolutely amazing. So yeah. Okay, moving on. Did you have any morning sickness? I know it is kind of like triggering for some people, so if you don't like the topic of sick or vomiting or anything like that, please skip ahead. In my first trimester, I did suffer a lot with morning sickness, like couldn't keep anything down. It was brutal. I'd say towards the end, it was literally the worst. I'd say the last kind of like 2-3 weeks of the first trimester, I was being sick all the time. Like, couldn't keep anything down. I was crying. Normally, if I'm sick, I just kind of get on with it. I don't really moan. Right, when I couldn't keep anything down, it was just exhausting. But yes, I did have a lot of morning sickness. And it was brutal. I've only so far in this trimester and second trimester, I've only been sick once, and that was because I ate a stupid amount of food. And then I upset my stomach and I was sick. Yeah, moving on, talking about food. What were my cravings in the first trimester? I'm looking over here because I've actually written down my cravings in my first trimester. So I really loved salt and vinegar crisps in my first trimester. Really, really loved salt and vinegar crisps. That was one of them. The Cadbury's mini egg chocolate bar that they brought out, and I think it was only for Easter, it was like limited edition. I was craving it so bad, and I couldn't get any anyway, and it was absolutely horrible. Chocolate cookies, like chocolate chip cookies or just chocolate cookies in general. Ice lollies and slush puppies, they were like my main ones that I really, really craved in the first trimester. This trimester, and I'm still writing this as I go because I still am currently in my second trimester. My second trimester so far has been bubblegum, like blue pop, again slush puppies, really random, and everyone can be like, what? A baguette with butter and grated cheese, nothing else, no salad, just a plain cheese baguette. They've been like one of my go-tos. Ready salted crisps. I know, a big massive bit of a change from the salt and vinegar ones, but ready salted crisps. White chocolate magnums. Not so much for the ice cream, just to bite the chocolate off it. That's kind of been like one of my big ones. Ice lollies again. I've got like a stash in my freezer of ice lollies and Tip Tops because I just love them. And every time I eat one, like baby boy like moves a lot. Can we just appreciate my top as well, by the way? It's a Star Wars droid top, and it's got R2, BB-8, Dio, and Babu Frik on, and it's like the best top ever. Yeah, carrying on. Burger King fries. That was probably like one of the moments when I was really fancying Burger King chips, and we have one which from my house is about 25 minutes away, and we went for a drive, and I said to Mike, I was like, I really, really want Burger King. And he turned the car around to go home, and I was like, it was at the point where I think I could have cried because I really wanted them that bad. And he did take me to McDonald's, Burger King to get some. And then the last one, which had been a massive craving to the point I've had to go and buy some boxes of them from Asda's, has been like the chili cheese jalapeno bites, like chili cheese bites. They have been like a really, really big one for me. They are literally like my thing. Okay, next one. How do I feel about my body changing? I'm not gonna lie, I've really struggled with the whole carrying extra weight, looking differently, and not having any of my clothes fit. If you're someone who's watched my channel for a while, or someone who knows me, you know I've always been really, really small. And in the last year, before I was pregnant with baby boy, I gained about a stone in weight anyway. So I just from lack of looking after myself and stuff like that, really. But I'd be lying to you if I said I haven't had numerous emotional breakdowns over the way my body's changing. And don't get me wrong, I am so thankful for this baby. He's all I wanted for as long as I can remember. I'm just not used to not having anything to wear. No, I don't own a single pair of jeans that fit me, which is really weird. But yeah, it's weird because I'm literally living, and I kid you not, I'm literally sitting in pyjama bottoms because that's the only thing I can wear at the minute, as well as legging and jogging bottoms. That's probably the only things I live in at the minute. But yeah, I have struggled with it. The female body is absolutely amazing. It's so surprising how much your body does when you're pregnant. From experience, I didn't realize how much the body does when you're pregnant. Another thing that I found really hard to accept, which a lot of you girls are going to be like, what? My boobs have got bigger, which a lot of you are going to be like, you should be so chuffed about that. One, they really hurt, and two, none of my bras fit, and three, they started leaking. Literally at this moment, I've actually got breast pads in my bra because they've started leaking. So yeah, it's weird more than anything, and it's just a little bit hard to get my head around the extra weight situation, because I'm just not, it's just because it's something I'm not particularly used to. But my body's growing a baby, and it's just crazy. But yeah, next one. Do I have any stretch marks? I do. I don't have any on my stomach yet, or on my chest. The only place I have them, and they're bright red, is on the back of my legs. They are the ones which that's the main place I have them. I don't have any anywhere else at the minute, but yes, I do. I do have stretch marks. I did have some before I become pregnant anyway, but it's normal when you're pregnant to get them anyway, and I'm expecting to get more. But yeah. How's your mental state been since being pregnant? I gotta be honest, I've been quite calm. There's been moments where I felt a little bit anxious about certain things, oh my god, I'm gonna be a mum. And sometimes it hits you where you're like, I'm literally gonna be responsible. Sorry, my mum texted me. Sorry about that. I had a message through. As I was saying, there's been moments where I've it's hit me and I've gone, oh my god, I'm going to be responsible for another human being's life. They're going to be dependent on me until they're older, which is sometimes it hits you and you're like, oh my god, that's so weird. And it is scary, there's things I've been anxious about, is everything going to be ready in time for when he's here? Because if you didn't know, my due date is the beginning of December, so it's just before Christmas, and I'm like, oh my god, how am I going to do Christmas shopping? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? And I've kind of just learned that I need to be slightly more positive about it. If somebody doesn't have a Christmas present this year, who cares? And obviously, as you guys know, I've moved house. I've literally moved to a completely different area. So where I live now isn't a place where I've lived my whole life. It's one of the best decisions I've ever made, moving. However, I had to move doctors and everything like that. So my birth plan kind of just got scrapped, really. And now I've got I've been given my options, but obviously because I'm not from here, I don't know which option is the best for me at the minute. So that made me a little bit anxious. But other than that, my mental state has been really good. And if anything, I try and stay positive and stress free, because anything that I feel, baby feels. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Do I have any names for the baby? This is going to be like a completely separate video altogether. We have his name picked out already. We've had his name since before we even knew he was a boy. Since the very start. We had names for either genders, really. We had the names picked out, like, if he was a girl, we already had the name. Say, vice versa, with him being a boy. We do have his name. I won't be announcing his name until he's born. That's just personal preference. But it's absolutely gorgeous and I love it. But I will be making a video with Mike on the names that we loved, but we didn't end up using. So that's going to be like a separate video again. Next one. Are you scared of labour? Yes, I am. And I'm not ashamed to say that I'm scared. I'm mainly scared not because of the fact that I'm going to be in pain, but because I know I'm going to have my baby boy at the end of it. But I'm scared because I've never experienced labour before. So, like, I don't know what I'm going into. And that's kind of what scares me a little bit, really. But, yeah, I am scared a little bit. But I keep an open mind in case my birth plan changes. You know, everything like that, really. But, yeah. Do we have a colour scheme for the baby's nursery? Yes, we do. We do have a colour scheme. So when we moved into this house, my house got freshly painted before we moved. So we haven't bothered painting anyway because there's literally no point. So the baby's room is white. It's white like this. So we're going to be doing it. I didn't fancy doing blue. I just thought blue was like the traditional colour everyone goes for when they're having a boy. So we're going for white and light grey. So yeah, that's the colour scheme. I'm going to be like updating you guys as we go along with his nursery because we haven't really made a start in there yet. We've got so many clothes for him in there. But I need to get the wardrobe first and his cot. And then we'll be making a start in there really. So I'll be updating you guys as we go really. Do I have any weird cravings? I haven't had anything really weird, no. Like, I tell you what, I've got this floor cleaner. It's like an anti-bac floor cleaner. And you just squirt it and mop it. It doesn't need, like, any water or anything. And we bought it when we moved in here. And I'm, like, addicted to smelling it. Like, it just smells really nice. I don't know if that's classed as a craving. I have no idea. But, yes, that's something that I absolutely love the smell of. But other than that, no, I haven't had any weird cravings, I don't think. Okay, do I think that my son will be late or early? I've got mixed feelings about this. I don't think he's going to be on time. I don't think he's going to come on his due date. Mainly because everyone on both sides of my families, other than myself, like Mike and his sister, they both came early. My both siblings came early. My sister's kids came early. I was the only child that came on time. So I don't know. In the beginning I thought, is he gonna keep me waiting? I was like, but I don't know. I think I've got kind of like mixed feelings about it. I'm not sure, but he'll come when he's ready to come. I just gotta make sure I'm prepared for when he comes. How am I finding pregnancy? I love it. I love being pregnant. It does get uncomfortable at times. The further along I'm going, like my feet ache if I've been on my feet for too long. And that could even just be like half an hour to 45 minutes and my feet will hurt and they start to swell, which is really annoying. And I'm getting a leg cramp a lot as well, especially during my sleep. That's a little bit annoying. But other than that, I'm finding it so amazing. Would I like another child from my experience so far? Obviously in the future I definitely want to give my son a sibling. It's not something that I'm going to do in, the first like year, 2 years of his life. And I don't know, because I think it's difficult to say when, I've now had a baby before. I don't know how my body's going to react to me having a baby. I don't know how long it's going to take my body to heal, for me mentally to heal, and how I'm going to find it. Everyone's different. But yes, I definitely want another child in the future, but I don't know when. Am I scared to become a mother? Of course I'm scared. Of course I'm scared. I want to give my child the best I can give. And obviously all this is new to me. And I don't know what it takes to be a good mom. It does scare me. It does scare me about becoming a mother. But I know I'll give him everything that I've got. And as long as he's got everything, I'll go without, as long as he has everything. But yes, of course I'm scared. Do I ever think about what he's going to be like when he's older? Yes, this is actually something that I think about quite a bit. I always think about like who he's going to look like, for starters, because I'm very much convinced he's going to look like Mike. Mainly because when we went for our 20-week scan, we found out he was a boy. I could see his nose, and I know for a fact he hasn't got my nose, because Michael's got a slightly longer nose than me. But I'm very much convinced he's going to look like Michael. But yeah, I always sit here and I think, oh, what colour hair is he going to have? What colour eyes is he going to have? All stuff like that. But yeah, I do think about what he's going to be like when he's older, like all the time. He's already quite a little character. From the scans that I've had, he's very stubborn. And he's a bit of a show off. He's a bit of a character, and it's really funny. What is my opinion on giving my baby a christening? It's not something that I'm like, not willing to do or anything like that. I'm not against people who christen their child. I'm personally not religious, neither is Mike. So I don't know. I don't know whether we will give him a christening. It's not something we've ever really talked about, really. But yeah, I'm not against it. And this is the last question now. Will I stop making music after the baby's here? No, I won't, because I'm still currently making music and awaiting a date for the amazing Charlie Francis to actually come to my house to record. I've got 2 new singles waiting to get recorded and 1 more in the works. So no, obviously I won't be gigging as much as I do, but I haven't really been gigging anyway, due to lockdown and COVID and me being pregnant. But no, I'm not going to be stopping music. That's never going to happen. I'm always going to be here. But yeah, no, I don't have any plans on stopping at the minute. But yeah, thank you so much, guys, for sending all your questions in. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.